here's a terrific recipe for the young at heart and body, and for older, passionate consumers too. It's for cinnamon spectaculars, a variation of the Belgian speculaas, but much easier to remember, and child's play to make. First, a couple of cups of plain flour are put into a mixing bowl, and I add a little baking powder. Then in goes a cup of brown sugar, a pinch of salt, and some powdered cinnamon, about 1.5 teaspoons, unless you like your foods really spicy, in which case I'd add another 1/2 teaspoon. Now egg yolks are stirred in, taken from 2 large eggs, reserving the whites, and some softened butter, about 150 grams. Once well incorporated, the mixture is set aside. Now the egg whites are whisked to soft peaks, and I add just a pinch of cream of tartar to help me get those peaks. I could also use a pinch of salt or a teaspoon of lemon juice to do this job. And don't forget that the mixing bowl and beaters must be spotlessly clean, especially from fat, the enemy of whisked egg whites. Even a tiny amount of egg yolk will cause problems, and the best bowl for this job is either stainless steel or, even better, copper. Once beaten, the egg whites are folded into the flour mixture until a smooth paste is achieved. This is then spread onto a cool, floured surface. Marble is absolutely perfect. The dough is rolled to a thickness of less than 1 centimetre. If, by the way, you find that the mixture is too sticky or soft, then put the dough in the refrigerator for half an hour or so before rolling. And I like to sprinkle on a little flour onto the top of the mixture to stop the rolling pin sticking. Now the fun part, cutting out shapes, either with cutters or with a knife. If the mixture is somewhat soft and warm, you could also pipe the biscuits onto the baking paper. The traditional Belgian speculaas are shaped like people, but you can cut them however you wish. They're then placed onto non-stick baking paper on a baking tray and baked at a moderate 180 degrees C for 10 minutes or so. The degree of difficulty, lowish. Preparation time, about 15 minutes, plus around 10 minutes cooking time. Leftover potential, they keep several days in an airtight container. When it comes to making the Consuming Passions cinnamon spectaculars, you're limited only by the imagination. And you don't have to be young or innocent to enjoy them. They are simply bliss. From Consuming Passions, till next time, bon appetit.